meets a girl.
Hello. Hello.
They fall in love. They get married. They go on their honeymoon. They have 4 children. There's a 50-50 chance he and his wife divorce. All alone, the man grows old. Older, and he dies. Not very satisfying, is it? And why the story has no conflict. Conflict is struggle, a quest, a battle, a challenge, a longing, an agony, a goal that seems forever out of our reach. We, as an audience, desire, no, we demand that our characters experience conflict. And why do we crave hardship for our main character? Why must he be tortured emotionally and sometimes physically? Because it's fun to watch! Here stands a man, but he cannot become a hero until I, the narrator, give him conflict. We need something on stage besides the protagonist. Something that will elicit desire and ultimately suffering. Excuse me.
Yes.
Do you happen to have something in your purse we could use?
Oh, like what?
It could be anything really. A stick of gum or eyeliner perhaps. The first thing you find will do. We simply need an object of desire for our protagonist.
I'm afraid all I have is a cantaloupe.
That's perfect. Now we can begin the story again and generate enough conflict to please the cruelest of audiences. A story begins. A child is born. And at the age of 2 years old,
I'm 3 years old.
at the age of 3 years old, he discovered that he absolutely loved cantaloupes. That's right. No. No one knew why the little boy loved cantaloupes so much. Maybe it was the wondrous globe shape, maybe it was the subtle yet heavenly aroma, or maybe it was that he severely lacked in vitamin C. Who knows? Whatever the reason, he wanted this spherical fruit, but he couldn't have it.
You rascal! Get off my property! This is my cantaloupe farm!
Our first conflict, man versus man. The protagonist wants one thing,
Cantaloupe.
and the antagonist wants to prevent him from getting it.
I know you don't. You ain't getting your fat, dirty fingers all over my prize-winning cantaloupe. I'm building you a fence around my whole farm. You ain't never getting one of my cantaloupes, ever!
Mine!
No!
Mine! No! Mine!
I said no!
And so the forces against the protagonist win the first battle. But when our hero feels that all is lost, that is when a supporting character steps in to encourage him. Excuse me again.
Yes.
Do you happen to have a tissue?
Why, yes, I do.
Would you mind handing it to that young man over there?
On stage.
Yes.
But what do I do?
Just be his mother. Shouldn't take more than 5 minutes of your time. Why look, he's reaching out to you.
Mama?
He needs it.
Mama, here, Junior, dry your tears. Junior, why are you so sad? Because he went cantaloupe and a
the time he was 17, he was ready to grow his own delicious melon.
There, the soil is just right. And now to plant my cantaloupe seed.
So, finally getting around to making your own melon. Well, that kind of tastes as good as mine.
You're wrong about that, old timer. It'll be 10 times better than your mangy vegetation, and you know why? Because I grow my cantaloupe with soil, compost, and the most important nutrient of all, love.
Yet there are many variations of conflict of man versus man. There's something far worse than man versus farmer. New conflict, man versus father.
Son? Oh, son, I've got good news. Hey, what are you doing with that watering can?
Nothing?
Son, you've been trying to raise cantaloupes again, haven't you?
Dad,
How very disappointing. And here I was just about to congratulate. I thought you were ready to come work for me as my partner.
Dad! I want to go into the pumpkin business.
Oh, pumpkins aren't good enough for you, huh? You like cantaloupes exclusively, is that it?
I do. And I just planted my first one. I'm going to grow it on my own.
You disappoint me. When you were younger, I was going to put a stop to this cantaloupe nonsense. No son of mine was going to be a fruity weirdo. But your mother said, oh, he'll grow out of it. And here you are, rejecting the family business for this frivolous desire. Well, I'm putting a stop to it. I'm taking out that cantaloupe before it takes root. Mother!
I love you. But if you touch my cantaloupe garden, I'll never speak to you again.
So that's it, huh? You would choose this melon over the wishes of your own family?
I'm growing this melon
And there's nothing you can do about it! Then I have no son!
Father! Fine. I don't need you. I don't need anyone. Right, Rosie. Don't you worry about us humans as we argue over petty things. You just rest and grow.
The days passed without contact from his family, until...
Mama?
Junior, I brought you a blanket. Are you sure you don't want to come back into the house?
Not until Dad admits he's wrong.
Junior, your father and I are moving.
Moving? Where?
To Pumpkinville.
When?
5 minutes. Your father says he's never coming back and we'll never see you again. Oh, look!
My cantaloupe! It's sprouting!
Oh, Junior, your dreams are coming true. I wish you all the happiness in the world. Goodbye, my sweet baby boy.
Mom, wait! I'll come with you. Goodbye, Mom. It's all right, little cantaloupe. We'll make it somehow. Now that you're growing, that's all I need. Nothing will hinder us now.
As the protagonist tended his garden, the elements fought against him. Man versus rain, man versus wind, man versus lightning,
Ow!
man versus extreme temperature,
Oh, poor little cantaloupe. It's so hot. But at least it's a dry heat.
man versus humidity, man versus mosquitoes, man versus killer bees,
Oh, come on!
man versus extreme cold.
It's all right, little cantaloupe. I'll protect you from frost.
Months of struggling passed by, and finally the day arrived. The day he thought all of his hopes and dreams
undergone the struggle to create beauty, and I've longed to join you in your struggles. And as I look into your eyes, I can see them searching for love, gazing endlessly. Oh, would that I could end your search. As I look at you, I'm pretty. I, too, find you attractive. How long have you been tending this garden? Almost 9 months. That shows you're not afraid of commitment. You are earnest and faithful. And tell me, why have you been struggling so? To bring life into this world. You will make a wonderful father someday, hopefully soon. And why have you been struggling so? Do you really think I'm pretty? More than pretty. Beautiful. I love you! And I love you. Will you marry me? I promise to share everything in the world with you, even the thing I hold dearest to me. Yes, my soulmate, yes, let's run away and be with each other forever and ever. But you'll have to drop the melon. I'm allergic. My cantaloupe? But it's me or the melon. Your choice. I see you need some time to think. I'll be over here thinking romantic thoughts about our honeymoon.
Man versus self.
Maybe just one bite.
Don't take too long.
Just a moment, my darling one.
And don't get any cantaloupe on your lips. I don't want to break out into hives.
Goodbye. I'm so sorry I had to end like this. I can't leave you!
Oh, lover boy, I'm waiting to start our relationship.
Gotta go!
He's ready. Hurry through the middle package. You got yourself a measly little darling. Just came out of that fatty.
That's right. I have a garden. And remember you said I'd never lay my hands on a cantaloupe? Well, look what I have.
Cantaloupe? Who cares about cantaloupe? Grapefruit is the new king of produce.
It is not.
Man versus rival.
My grapefruit is far superior to your cantaloupe.
It is not.
It tastes better, it's rounder, smoother, filled with more vitamins, it's sleeker, shinier, firmer, and faster.
Faster? What are you talking about? You're crazy.
You don't believe me? Well, there's only one way to figure this out. Let's race!
I'm not going to race my cantaloupe.
That's because you know she'll lose.
Wait! We'll race. We'll race, and by God, we're going to win.
Now you're talking, twerp.
What's going on?
On count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
I've never seen such a fast and virile grapefruit.
world. But it does possess feelings. Can't hold me back. Or can it?
Man versus self. Yet again.
What are you doing? Snap out of it! I am lonely and pathetic, but I'm not insane. I'm not falling in love with my cantaloupe. I'm not falling in love with my cantaloupe. I'm not attracted to my cantaloupe in any way, shape, or form. I am not falling in love with my... No, who am I kidding?
Tell me when it's over.
Jim here, a man from the
Mom, what are you doing?
We're shooting.
Is he? What do you think he's doing?
For shame! Do we want this kind of liberty to found in our community? No!
Man versus society. Ladies and gentlemen of the audience, as you can see on stage, our protagonist is getting to know his cantaloupe in the biblical sense. This should shock and mortify those of decent moral sensibility. And as a society, we must put a stop to this abomination. So if you will please raise your hand. Raise your hands, come on. Point your finger at the protagonist. Now prepare to self-righteously waggle your finger as we chant shame on you.
Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you!
Society condemns you and your lusty cantaloupe!
Don't judge us just because you don't understand us. We're both consenting things. If we love each other and we don't bother other people or vegetables, why should you condemn us? If we want to be together, who are you who stands in our way? And if we want to join in holy matrimony as man and melon, what of it? Who dares to stop us?
I do. Man versus the gods.
Junior of 241 Garden Lane, forsake your unnatural desires and cast away that cantaloupe.
Do what he says, Junior. I won't do it. It's my cantaloupe. I will give her up for anything or anyone.
Really?
Yes, really.
You would defy the great god Zeus?
Aren't you just mythology? I'm sorry, sir. It's just that I refuse to give up the most wonderful thing in my life.
Really? And what if instead of demanding you change your ways, I offered you a trade?
What do you mean? What kind of trade?
Let's see what I have in my god bag. Pupils. Would you give up that cantaloupe for good health?
No.
World peace.
No.
Cure for cancer.
Nope.
Eternal happiness.
I've already found it.
Corpus?
I've made my decision. I'm not giving up my cantaloupe.
So be it. Let the world know that thou art a weirdo. All who obey me, speak no word of disdain or compassion to this man. Depart, and leave him to his own fate.
Hello.
Hello.
Mom? You're not leaving me, are you? Just because of what Zeus said?
I don't want to be here anymore.
Mom? Are you at least going to say goodbye? Would you please take me back to my seat? Are you at least going to look at me?
Tell me when it's over.
And so the protagonist gains the object of his desire, yet lost all else in the process.
Oh, shut up! Don't have to miss a sad ending. It's not. It's a happy one. I overcame every single one of those obstacles. I survived everything you threw at me. I have endured every conflict there is.
Almost every conflict. You forgot about one.
What?
Man versus narrator.
No! My cantaloupe! My sweet spherical cantaloupe!
So disgusting.
She was my whole world.
And with the object of his desire obliterated, the conflict evaporates, and the resolution can begin. The protagonist can see more clearly, and he experiences an epiphany.
Well, that sucked.
Perhaps he learns something a bit more uplifting and constructive.
Maybe I shouldn't be so obsessed and single-minded. Maybe there's more to life than cantaloupe.
Or maybe he will be too consumed by tragedy. And instead of learning a lesson, he becomes overwhelmed with grief.
I'm a widower.
And as he gazes into the remains of his beloved, his heart grows old. Walter. Walter! And he dies. Of a broken heart. We could end the story here. Draw the curtains and raise the house lights. Or we could speak of the next day, when the people found him. They scratched their heads. Though the townsfolk had never understood the protagonist, they knew how he would want to be laid to rest. They dug a hole in the earth and buried him with the cantaloupe and palms. Within the grave, the body of the man and the seed of the fruit mingled, and the protagonist and the object of his desire became one. The following spring, the roots took hold, and up from the earth sprouted a cantaloupe tree.
But cantaloupes don't grow on trees.
That's what makes it such a beautiful ending. The end.